Hey there guys, good evening. Here is another vlog. Um, do apologize for all the weird outside noises. Where I live, there are a bunch of frogs that are native here that sing whenever it rains, and today, boy did it rain. So, bunch of frogs singing and neighbors. I also apologize if the video has a weird angle. I don't care how it looks, it's going up as it is. I can't see. I don't have my contact lenses on. I am just using my trademark cheapo aviators. Anyway, I figured today won't be story time because I can't think of any good stories. You know, like whenever you have to ask a story and you can't think of one? Yeah, that's been me. So instead, I guess I'll talk a little bit about, I suppose, today or me or something I think about. In this case, it's a very personal thing to me that I think a lot of people around my age can relate to. And it's the fact that for pretty much all of my 20s, all the jobs I've worked at except for one, which was an internship, have been completely unrelated to my degree. And how do I say this? The thing is, it's like I actually did enjoy what I studied, which was mass communications and public relations. I enjoyed it greatly. I consider myself pretty good at it still. I consider myself an excellent writer. And I wanted to work in that, but I graduated, and in order to continue building my life, I stayed here. And there was a point where I worked 2 jobs. I worked a night job. And basically, after graduation, nothing I've ever worked as has had a single thing to do with what I studied. To make matters worse, it wasn't until last year that I finally got a job worthy of a quote-unquote adult. That is to say, I got a full-time job with benefits and health insurance and what have you, and a decent salary too, all things considered. But I suppose my frustrations always lie in the fact that not so much that I feel like I should be achieving more, but I suppose it's the feeling that all I seem to be good for is service jobs or call center work, you know? And a lot of the time I like to think that it's not something that gets me down, you know? I just go about my day, I go to work, I do my job, and I come home and I do other things, you know? And then it's summer, so I'm not in class because I study at night. And, I just go about my life. But precisely the reason why I'm even studying at night now, which is I'm studying in law school, is because I don't feel like I've been able to do anything with my adult life so far. And it's easy to think that you're supposed to achieve like magic when you're in your 20s. And I know that's not true. I know plenty of people out there who have found their fame, their fortune, or what have you in their 30s and their 40s, or even in their 50s. But, in the last 6 years, if I'm just going to cut solely from graduation onward, I have worked approximately 3 jobs that had nothing to do with servicing, had nothing to do with call centers. And the most demoralizing were the last 2, which were related. It was work in law offices as a paralegal or as a legal assistant or whatever. And it's a deeply personal thing. The thing is, those jobs were in 2014. And I took the first job, which had slightly irregular hours because of my weird schedule, at school that semester. Because at that point, I had been working at another call center for another bank. And after 2 years, after decent records, I wasn't being considered for anything else. So I got this opportunity and said, I'm out. And the person who hired me at the law firm told me that after the semester is over, I could have a full-time. And she was wrong. So me being an adult, and I think by then, this was 2 years ago, so I was 26 going on 27, I looked up another job at another law firm, and they hired me full-time for the same salary. And here I thought, woo, I struck gold. I get a full-time with a decent salary and I'll get benefits. Oh, how wrong I was. That honestly was the worst job experience I've probably ever had. And you're thinking to yourself, how bad can it be to work at an office? It can be awful. it can be so bad. This job was probably the catalyst of my depression for all I fucking know. And I lasted there 4 months. I was overworked. I was demoralized constantly. It was such a bad experience. And I quit. I said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm going insane. So I quit. And I was unemployed, mostly unemployed, for about 5 months until I found my current job, where I started part-time. And 6 months later, thanks to my hard work, they promoted me to full-time. But I'm back to square one. I'm back at call centers. I'm back at customer service. And I'm tired. It's tiring. It's the sense of, like, old people tell you gotta pay your dues, you gotta work your way up. But I'm 29. How long do I have to work my way up to get the fuck out of a stupid call center? And, like, I'm doing my best to make it to my 2-year mark with as good a record as possible so I can move somewhere else in the bank. But I don't know. I'm tired. I am tired. I'm tired of people calling every day to yell at me for things that aren't my fault. Tired of people not letting me do my job. I just want to do a good job, and people fucking think that because you're calling on a phone, they can say whatever the fuck you want. Today, people have told me absolute nightmares of things, about me, about how I can go screw myself, about how I'm taking away their home, and how dare I. And it's like, my God, I'm just giving information on your mortgage. That's all I'm doing. I'm not collecting. I'm not foreclosing on you, man. And I am a literal peon in a giant corporation on the island's biggest bank. What the fuck do you want from me? And then, I sit and I look at job listings here, elsewhere, and it's like, there's just no winning. And I don't even know what the fuck to do. Ideally, I would finish a book, find an editor, and publish it, but that's not even a guarantee that'll mean that I can finally move myself away from this shit. The worst part is, like, what if I graduate from my Juris Doctor and I still have to work garbage? And I'm just so frustrated. I'm so frustrated at the position that me, the quote-unquote millennial, has been put in this society, in this economy. I'm stacked with student loans I have to start figuring out what the fuck to do about, which doesn't worry me, but it's the fact that they're there that's bothersome, I have to, make do with a job that's garbage. Or should I say, the job itself, what I have to do, which is work at a call center and pick up calls, that's the garbage part. Everything else about the job is fantastic. I just hate that. And I have bills and I have stuff to pay off, and that's why I've been playing so much Overwatch. I gotta be honest. Is it escapism? Sure. Do you want to talk about Brave New World, how we're all being drugged and we're all being fucking fed fantasy so we can be distracted from the drudgery of our lives? You know what? Fine. Yes, maybe we are. Who gives a shit at this point? Life is hard. Life is so goddamn hard, and all I ever wanted to do is just be something and make something of myself. And I gave up on that, so all I want is a job where I don't have to fucking answer phone calls from ungrateful dickbags. And is that so hard to ask for? Is it? Really? Really? I don't think so. And today was practically like the straw that broke the camel. I took a call, tried to explain. Person wanted a supervisor, so I passed it to my team leader, and then my team leader sits me down before I leave to tell me, hey, you should learn to control calls. And I told her, what the fuck, man? What do you think I do all the time here? That's what I do all the time. But you know what? Today, I had to deal with so much bullshit. So this guy doesn't want to talk to me. This guy doesn't want to listen to me. Fine. Someone else take the call, because I'm not gonna. Fuck it. And it's like, I work hard. And it sometimes feels like that my best is not enough. And that is what's disheartening. That is what fuels, I guess, part of my depression. A lot of things fuel it, but one of them is the feeling that no matter what I do, it's not fucking enough. In anything, in work, in personal life, in my interpersonal relationships, in my romantic relationships, what have you, anything. In Overwatch, why not? And it's like, I just want to do well. And maybe I'm being hard on myself. People have told me that. Sure, maybe I am being hard on myself. But it's not that I'm being hard on myself. I just want to do well. I just want a decent job. I want a job where I don't have to deal with this all the goddamn time. How hard is this? but and there's always a but, isn't there? No matter what though, I still pick myself right back up and I keep going, even if it's not enough, even if I could be better. Still do it every day. Even when I was depressed out of my mind, borderline suicidal, I did it every day. I did what I could do. I did the best I could do every day. And I keep doing that. I will keep doing that, even if I work at a call center, even if I have bills and debts to pay, even if all I do is fuck up all my relationships, friendships, stuff. Because there's nothing else. There's nothing else but forward. There's nothing else but straight ahead. And in a society and an economy as mediocre as the one we currently live in, I have to fight. I have to keep fighting. No matter how tiring it gets, no matter how much it sucks, no matter how much it hurts, no matter how beaten up and bruised I get from the fighting. Because people believe in me. People look up to me, whether I believe that or not. I know people have told me they look up to me at work. People look up to me at work. I have employees that come to me for everything, for advice, for consulting. You know, I have coworkers who legitimately think I do a great job. My team leaders think I'm one of the best people there. My supervisors think I'm one of the best there. People admire me for drudging along through law school, a pesar de todo. People admire me, my family admires me for living alone and dealing with life, you know? And it's like their admiration and their belief isn't the only thing that's fueling me, or let me rephrase that. It's easy to say that should not be the only thing fueling me. I should be working for myself. I am. But nothing can be achieved alone. It's easy for a pessimist to say we're bored alone, we die alone, but that's not the truth. We all work together. We all have to work together to get through life, to push forward, to pick ourselves up, to have fun in the good times, you know? And this whole month has been stressful for me at work. It's been kind of weird. I've been slightly off mood-wise for reasons, but I keep pushing forward. I'm going to keep going, because that's what I want to do. I have goals and I'm going to achieve them. So I'm going to play a little bit of Overwatch, and I'm going to go to bed. Job well done. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I need to turn on the fan. It's hot. So, as always, like, subscribe, leave a nice comment. So, see you all another time. Bye.